Hi, this is Mel from Mesa, Arizona, and today I wanted to do a video on how to plant turmeric. Turmeric is a lot of like gypsum. You actually are planting part of the root. They also call this a rhizome. Um, but wherever you have these little eyes on here, uh, all around here, that can grow a stem out of that. So when they grow, you can have more than one eye or one stem growing out of the same thing, and the roots will actually shoot off more roots down below. Uh, so when you grow it, you'll grow more of these roots, and so once you start planting turmeric, you can keep planting the same roots and never have to buy turmeric or like gypsum or ginger from the grocery store again. You just have to plant it once and keep growing it, and it'll just keep producing over and over again. Now they say you can soak it for an hour in water. I put this in the water a little bit. It's not necessary to put it in the water. It's just supposed to stimulate it to get it moist, so it'll start sprouting faster. Turmeric and gypsum are said that you can grow them in zones 7B to 11. So zone 7B to 11. If you're going to grow it in colder climates than that, you'd want to grow it inside and take it in if it gets too cold outside, so you can take it in and make it more of a house plant. So we're going to go ahead and stick this in here, and you put it down underneath the soil, and you just kind of bury it a little bit underneath the soil here. And then I make these tags here. I take hanging blinds that hang up and down like this, and then I cut them into strips and then put a point on the end of them, and that way I can mark the things that I'm growing so I don't forget what I planted and when I planted that, so I have the right information on there. But I just want to tell you a little bit more about the turmeric. It needs well-draining soil. Now the soil I use for my plants and my pots and everything like that is I use 30% peat moss, 30% potting soil, and then I put in 20% sand, just regular sand, and then I put in 20% of perlite. So the perlite helps in the drainage, and the sand helps with the drainage also. Because you want well-draining soil. Because if you have hard or clotted soil, that can make it where the roots of the rhizomes can't expand and they can't grow. And if it's too dry, or that it can actually kill it. You want soil that you like, the same soil you'd use for planting carrots or potatoes or something like that. So it's a loose soil, not compacted. Once you've planted, like we've planted this in here, in about 2 to 4 weeks, I should see some green leaves come up. The stems start to grow up. You may see more than one, like I said, because from each one of those little eyes, it can shoot up another stem, and it also shoots down roots from that same area. And then in about 3 months, I should be able to see a plant that's about 3 feet tall, 2.5 to 3 feet tall, in just about 3 months. It is a very pretty plant. It's going to have like a tropical look to it. The foliage and that on it, it's a broad green leaf. So it is kind of a nice plant. If you want to plant them inside the house, they would need to be in a window so they can get indirect sun. They say to plant it in full sun. Now, they don't live in Phoenix or Mesa, Arizona area, because here it gets up to 118 degrees in the summertime and is very dry. If the soil dries out, you don't want it to dry out. You want it to stay moist. You don't want it to be soaking wet either. You want it to stay moist but not wet. And so when they're growing them, but all you need is that one little piece of ginger, which they call the rhizome, and you can start growing them, and it keeps growing over and over again. So if you have any questions on growing turmeric or ginger, go ahead and put it in the comments. I grow a lot of different tropical plants and that, and this way I won't have to ever buy turmeric again. I do use a lot of turmeric in my cooking and that. But put the questions in the comments, and if you like this video, if you could give us a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And then if you hit the subscribe button, there's a bell there also. You hit the bell, it'll actually notify you when we do other videos, so that it'll actually pop up and tell you another video is available from Mel Palmer in Mesa, Arizona. But I want to thank you for watching today, and have a great day.